your eyes did not deceive you. That was a giant king salmon that I was throwing. Don't worry, it wasn't a real one. It was a 50-pound replica of a king salmon made of latex, rubber, and steel shot. Kind of a yearly thing we do at the Alaska Highland Games, unique challenge event that, as far as I'm aware, nobody else in the world does. So your boy is the world record holder king salmon tosser at 32 feet 4 inches. Plan to defend my title next year. So any of you fools coming up think you can throw a fish further than the local Alaskan pro Highland Games thrower, well, give it your best shot. Many have tried, many have failed. Actually, no, I just took the record this year. Once I thought it was impossible. I heard 32 feet, and I said, what? There ain't no way. Anyway, on to the real Highland Games. Wet, sloppy day as Highland Games get sometimes. Real quick, this open stone throw. It's the only stone throw that It's the only open stone throw that I actually took an approach. I just brainmarred the rest of them, and it went the furthest of all of them. The boys out in the field said probably like 46, 47 feet. But it was a foul, and you can see the footwork was shit because it was sloppy and wet. And I did not make the right shoe choice on that one. I really should have switched over to a little more aggressive shoe. But hey, you live and you learn. As many of you that are watching may know, I was throwing with the Masters class on this day. It's a different experience, going from the pro group to the Masters group. The boys are great still. The Masters throwers, I mean, this particular group of Masters throwers, pretty cool group of dudes. They were motivated and after it all day. But just different, throwing the lighter weights and almost like it doesn't matter. I was throwing for PRs only. I wasn't trying to place myself against them. I was throwing for field records and PRs. Managed to snag a few field records, but including this one here, tasty little 32 foot. I don't remember. This bag was, it's a 16-pound bag as the Masters throw. But I weighed it right after. It was 18 pounds, or right after we got done throwing. So caked full of mud and wet and nasty, but was able to yoink that one over. Pretty good pull for me. I was having a good series. Sheaf has fell on lately, and so that was a fun little. That was a fun little PR, I guess. I mean, never throw an 18-pound bag, so everything's PR, right? But it was good. So like I said, yeah, throwing with the Masters is different, throwing in a field that, like, it doesn't matter because I'm not placing. No money on the line, no whatever on the line. Plus, this rain kind of gets at you. Not really motivating to throw your best, knowing that the field isn't the best condition for throwing phenomenal numbers. But I still went out there and gave it a little show. Tried to do the best for the day and hang out with the boys, have some fun. Kind of, if people were open to it, kind of coach them a little bit. Like I said, this was a motivated group of Masters throwers, and if they want some help, I'm more than happy to give it to them. A couple of the field records that I did get was, like I said, that Sheaf throw. Then these hammer throws, that was a bad one. But it ended up with 98 heavy hammer and like 116 light hammer, because I don't remember, but really close to that. Didn't take any extras or anything like that. Again, with the being a little wet, trying to keep the pace up on the day because I did have to try to get out of there as early as possible. No extras. So not my best light hammer showing or heavy hammer showing, but like I said, enough to snag a couple of field records there. I'd say that maybe what was holding me back, I still got this kind of, when I was throwing the Sheaf, I kind of tweaked my left SI a little bit, nothing crazy, just just a little twinge, like a pinched nerve almost. And what it felt like it was doing was causing me to not really be able to post up hard on the left on the release of the hammers. You see, all right, that was probably my better like wind, better winds, but you see how I just kind of buckled on the left side, and it wasn't because I was off balance. I think it was legitimately just because that little pinched nerve, just kind of a little shot of I'm not gonna say nerve pain, but just a little stinger, and then kind of causing that left leg to just kind of give up and not really allow me to be tall on it. So, I mean, it is what it is. Could have probably trained a little harder coming into this one on hammers. I would say I spent more time messing with weights than I did with hammers. Here is the weight over bar again, master's weight 42. Don't be that impressed. This is the first time I've ever thrown a 42 wob for a mark. I haven't thrown it very often at all.
Come on, Danny.
And if any of you have switched from the 56 to the 42 recently, it's different.
Go, Danny.
It just feels different.
Come on, Danny.
But I was able to get over 18 feet. Took me a while to get there. I had a few misses, like just technical misses. Just going too early or whatever. Again, 42 pound is a different beast.
Let's go.
But I managed to get over 18 feet, and then here's my best shot at 19 feet. It wasn't close. I mean, the handle tapped the bar, but we all know, that wasn't close. It probably peaked a little bit behind it. Not saying I'm not good for 19 feet. I'm just saying on that day, I was not going to get 19 feet. And then this goofy order we threw in that day just because we were trying to take advantage of field space, and those Masters women, man, they'll run. You ever seen a Masters woman run? They will take their territory, not let you have any of their ground. So anyway, we had to fight them for trig space all day and ended up throwing weights last. Wasn't mad about it, but this trig, as a result of that, the last event for us on the second day of throwing for the games, it was pretty matted up. I didn't get as I was convinced I should be able to throw 50 feet with the 42. Again, different weight, different beast. You gotta challenge that orbit more. You gotta grip on it with the speed like you're throwing a 28, but you're throwing a 42. So you gotta alter the orbit a little bit. And I don't know. I don't have it quite tuned in, and I'm not really gonna try to get it tuned in anyway. Came away with the field record of 48.11. Didn't take any extras again because the field pretty banged up, and I didn't see any use in trying to better that throw of the day. Maybe let this one out a little bit early. Came out a little bit early, I guess. Could have been a little bit better of a throw than the 48.11, but hey, is what it is. And then 28, likewise with the field conditions, pretty sloppy. I think I hit 70 feet even, like on the nose. And here in a second, you're going to see my third throw of this series. I did a reset. I rarely reset on weights because things rarely go well after you reset. But yeah, that final throw, this coming up here, I made some adjustments. I told myself I'm going to get it. Just freaking go all out. Last throw of the day. Put some speed on it. Put some mustard on the hot dog. And just get it. And lost traction. Right after my push into the sprint. Right here. Bam. Got a little reset from the judge. And went after it again. Again, things aren't always good. Or rarely, actually. They're rarely good after I do a reset. So I ended up with the reset 68.10, which gross. Anyway, overall great day. Fun day with the boys. Fun first Masters competition. Got some numbers in for potential bid at Masters Worlds if it's in a tasty place next year. And just have fun. And having fun what it's all about. And throwing in front of the home crowd is awesome. But, yep, that's it for the 2026 Alaska Scottish Highland Games.